Hi folks, Fuzz here, welcome to another episode of Final Fantasy X, and I'm really enjoying this one actually. I forgot how much fun this game actually is, and there's so much that we obviously haven't done yet, not only in terms of the story and proceeding through the chapters, but just in terms of honest to goodness character and party development. And honestly, in a game like this, that's where the fun really is in my view. Just boosting the power of your party members, trying to get them as strong as they can be. You know, that's the type of thing I really love in these games, and Final Fantasy X-2 is exceptional in this case. These traditional JRPG elements of levelling and stuff, I'm really into it. Right then, so we finished up the Moonflow for Chapter 1 in the last episode. We've got a nice gun mage dress for you. Now we're going to be heading over to Guadosalem, but only for a few moments really. There's not really a whole lot to do here. But we could boost our percentage score a little bit, so do need to come here.
But the Guado are no longer here. Some people think they deserved all that happened for what they did to Spira. They have a point, but it seems like such a sad way to look at things.
Okay, so all we're actually doing here is basically a couple of scenes, just witnessing a couple of scenes. So there is a shop that you can visit, and there's not a whole lot that you can purchase in the shop, though I think you can get some nice accessories if you care about status ailments. You know, like negative status ailments, since you can resist them. Okay, can't go that way. Let's just head over here. There's definitely a way to trigger a scene, which I remember quite clearly. What we've got inside here. Nothing too exciting. There's no chests or anything. You can see there's a chest there, but it was open. Probably from when we opened it in Final Fantasy X, maybe. Who knows? There's a chest there, but it's just an art chest more than anything. Just going in the various rooms. No getting into that house. We can head up here. See what we've got. Yeah, we've got a scene.
A place that unites the living with their memory of the dead. I've thought about going in so many times, hoping that I might see you there. But I never have. I think I probably never will.
Right. Okay then, so this is the far plane, but we don't have access to it. To be honest, guys, that's it. That's the only thing we need to do in Chapter 1 for Guadosalem. Those couple of scenes might have seemed a little bit pointless, but for the sake of 100% completion, we did need to do them. We was on 14% before, if you remember, and our percentage didn't actually change after visiting the Moonflow visibly, but it did actually increase a little bit, just not enough for the actual percentage number to change on screen. But now we've been to Guadosalem. Yeah, it's gone up to 15%. Okay, so I think we got like 0.2% or something from that place just. But obviously because of the stuff we did in Moonflow, that's bumped it up enough now to actually visibly update on the screen. Right then, so just continuing on down our list, ignoring the hotspots of course for the time being, we'll do those last. Next up is going to be the Thunder Plains. So this is where we're going to be going for the bulk of today's episode. The Thunder Plains being a bit of a nightmare for those of you that played it in Final Fantasy X and had to dodge 200 lightning strikes. We won't talk about that.
Know how? She said she camped out here for a week.
Fortunately, the problem of dodging 200 lightning strikes, which we had to do for, I think it was Luna's celestial weapon back in FF10, that has been removed. Okay, you do not have to worry about that at all, so the lightning isn't going to hit you. Okay. Anyway, there are a few chests that we can go ahead and grab. So of course there'll be enemy encounters as well. Oh boy, it's an Ochu enemy. So these guys are a bit of a pain, if I remember correctly. Fortunately, we have got White Wind, but we'll go ahead and swap Pain over to Warrior for now. And we'll start focusing on Riku. Yuna, what is she? She's going to swap over to Warrior as well. Did I do that? What's going on there? Oh, she is a Warrior. I'm such an idiot. It's because I saw she could be Black Mage. I had her Black Mage before, saw Black Magic. That's just me being an idiot. Don't worry about that. I think Fire's a good spell to cast on these, if I'm remembering correctly. But you just got to be careful because these guys, as you can see, are a little bit on the strong side. Just make sure you stay on top of your healing more than anything. Confuse is a little bit annoying. But let's go ahead, shall we? And how much focus have we got? Yeah, that'll do. Let's go ahead and start casting some firers at this point. Hopefully Yuna's not going to do a whole lot of damage to us. Guess Flame Tongue. Yeah, you just keep casting Sentinel, Yuna, while you're confused.
What a nuisance.
And it's down. As you can see, pretty nasty enemy there. But not too shabby in the experience department. And at least we're right next to a save point, so we can just top up our health before continuing on here. And we'll go and hunt down some items. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and grab the chests. Now, I actually had to come back for this first chest here because I'd got to the end of the zone and hadn't found it, and I've discovered it was right by the save point. So I'm editing this bit into the video for you guys for your convenience, so you, like me, don't get all the way to the end of the zone and have to run all the way back to the save point. So just to the right of the save point here is going to be your first chest, which contains 3 echo screens. So not all that exciting for the trek back I had to take, but now I'm going to get back to the rest of the video where we'll grab the rest of the loot. Okay folks, so as you continue up the southern area, north up the southern area if that makes sense, then the first chest in the Thunder Plains is located on the eastern border here, and that's for 2 potions, so not that exciting. As we continue on further north, still in the south section, there's a lot of enemy encounters here, which is why I'm not showing you the entire journey, as you can see. Plus I'm starting to run out of MP as well, so I'll just escape from these battles, probably best to tell you the truth more than anything. There's plenty of opportunity to grind for experience and stuff later. Anyway, our next chest is located, this one containing a black choker. And then I believe there's one more chest, so we'll just go and hunt that down as we start to make our way over to the north. I might have gone past it, so let's just see if we can find it. Yeah, as we get to the middle section of the Thunder Plains, we're going to be once again introduced to another of Rin's travel agencies. And yeah, there's some items you can stock up on here if need be. In particular, there's some accessories that you might be interested in. So let me just show you the wares. But to be honest with you, you know, there's nothing here by any stretch of the imagination that you're going to have to purchase. But feel free to browse the wares and see what takes your fancy. And if you need to stock up, of course, on things like potions, which you're going to be probably using, I'd imagine, a dime a dozen here, aren't you? Not only, I mean, in Thunder Plains, but just in general. So fortunately, they are quite cheap. Let's just go ahead and purchase a load. What did I just do then? I just sold them, didn't I? I'm on sell. I'm such a complete moron. Oh, well, I was just testing, you see. No, actually, I was showing you what you got to be careful not to do. I've just wasted like a load of money. Oh, well. Yeah, you can get the Lightning Gleam and the Yellow Ring, but to be honest with you, although both are quite nice, neither are really that useful at this particular stage in the game, so I'd save your hard-earned gil. And whatever you do, you know, don't sell all your potions by mistake and then have to spend more money in order to get them all back, because that would be a really dumb thing to do, you know? Okay, I could reload my save game, but it means traversing back through the southern part of the Thunder Plains for the sake of a couple of thousand gil. I'm willing to pay that price. So let's go ahead and save, and we'll explore the final part of this area before moving on. Just before we actually continue into that northern section, I'm just going to show you briefly where I am with my jobs and stuff, or rather my dress spheres. So currently, as you can see, I'm mostly using Yuna as warrior, Rika as black mage, and Pain as songstress. And the reason I've brought a songstress into the party is because I was actually taking quite a lot of damage, and some of the abilities that the songstress has are actually very, very powerful at avoiding damage. These last 6 abilities here are really cheap to learn. They're only like 10 SP or whatever it is each. So you can learn them all quite quickly. And for example, Matador Song, which raises the party's evasion, can only be cast once in battle. It will miss after that point, so long as it's still active, unless the party member dies, of course. But it basically just increases the evasion, from what I've tested so far, to such a degree that the vast majority of physical attacks will just miss your entire party completely after a single cast. So those Ochus, for example, just become incredibly easy once you've cast a single round of Matador Song. And of course these others are a nice boost as well. Just bear in mind that if you're using a black mage as I am, the Esoteric Melody will be raising the same magic stat, of course, as Focus. So Focus increases the magic stat of the caster by 3 to a max of 10. So 3 focuses and a single Esoteric Melody will boost your black mage's magic stat to the most amount that you can get to. And of course you can boost strength for your warrior and your, defenses, magical defenses, and accuracy, although that's not really that important, but it's good to have for certain battles. Then after that, some of these other abilities are really nice. If you can inflict sleep on your enemies, you'll basically make them null and void throughout the rest of the encounter, especially if you stick to magical attacks then with the black mage so that you don't wake them up. Or of course something like Darkness Dance will do the same thing, although Darkness doesn't last a whole length of time, usually 2 or 3 rounds, so you'll have to keep recasting that, but useful again against enemies with physical damage. Especially with this Matador Song. So actually quite an underappreciative dress is Songstress, and I do recommend just making use of it. You will of course be reducing the amount of damage you do, because Songstress is not a damage dealing dress, but if you've got a potent black mage, as I have, then it's a really nice thing to throw into the mix there. And pretty much your black mage is just going to have some nice abilities. I've got Firegar, which is great against those aforementioned Ochus. I'm also learning Blizzardgar for those that are strong to fire. And of course Black Magic level 2, which I'm going to go for because it's only 40 points, is a nice ability since it means your spells will cast 30% faster. That's the cast time which you select a spell, the purple bar that fills up, will be 30% shorter once you've learnt Black Magic level 2. An MP absorb can be useful as well, because obviously some of these spells are quite heavy in MP, so having a way without having to waste ethers to restore your black mage's MP in battle in emergencies can be quite useful as well. So that's the dresses that I'm currently using. Let's go ahead, shall we? I just wanted to update you on that. I'll do that from time to time, though I do recommend switching through dresses quite regularly just to make sure you've got a nice supply of dresses should you need them. The first chest in the north section contains a Phoenix down, and we're just going to continue to head north at this point. I'll show you the next chest. So north of that last treasure chest, we'll have our second, this one containing 2 grenades, and I believe there's one more treasure chest in this area. So I shall hunt that thing down, and of course instruct you as to its location. Some of the treasure chests in the Thunder Plains are actually a bit of a nuisance to find, as you can see. And then finally we can head over to the western section. You can see where I am on the map, and by the tower we can score a very excitable ether. Okay, or perhaps not that all that exciting, but there we go. Right, we may as well head north now. I believe this will take us to Macalania, although in saying that there's not a whole lot I'm going to do there today. But for the sake of completion, let's get there, shall we? Now, as we enter into the next area, we'll of course be greeted by a cutscene, which will boost our percentage.
They say it's affecting not only the lake, but the woods as well.
Okay, that's about it. Now, there is an enemy I just want to point out to you that can spawn in this area, known as, I believe it's the anamorphic gel or something, and it switches its element. So just be careful what spells you cast on it. But I'll talk about more with that in the next episode. Let's just continue on through the cutscene.
No more.
Okay, interesting cutscene there. So we're going to go ahead, of course, and head back to the airship at this point. We'll check if our percentage score has updated any more from the 15% that we got it to. Though it would only be from the few scenes we've witnessed, because the rest of what we've done has just been looting chests, hasn't it? So, not sure yet. No, it hasn't. Didn't expect it to, but we did need to get that stuff done. And our percentage score will have updated, just not enough to move it to 16%. Alright then guys, well we'll finish things off here today, so thanks for stopping by, hope you've enjoyed the episode, and come back soon for more FF10 2. Have a great day.